there was a game that was happened on Christmas that I was very interested in that I did lock into that wasn't just the Laker game, and that was the Bucks Knicks game. Paul, you said you had it wrong. You didn't have any faith in your boys.
Mm.
You were able to pull out a Christmas miracle.
That's a fact.
And if any of y'all were watching on live, I was live streaming that game, and the Bucks were concerning me. I didn't like how they were moving. Now the Bucks are 24-8 on the season, so most folks would say they're doing good. They look good, but if you look at their schedule, they have some bad losses. Dame's efficiency is way down. His numbers are what you'd expect, but his efficiency is down. He's under 50 from the field. He's under 40 from the three. How do we feel about the Bucks? I know it's too early to say whether this trade worked or not, but do we feel like they're trending in the right direction?
Well, I mean, listen, man. Why don't the Bucks run pick and roll? Why don't Dame and Giannis run pick and roll? Like that, to me, that's all that's stopping them, because right now it's either Dame is going off or Giannis is going off.
It's a fact.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think look, the Celtics look different, but then y'all boy Jason Tatum, I don't know about him in the playoffs. Sometimes I don't know. So that's a different conversation for another day. But I mean, Giannis is an MVP candidate. Dame is up and down. He's still trying to get into his groove. He's kind of getting there. I mean, they're all right. You know what I mean? I heard Giannis isn't happy though because he's mad with Adrian Griffin. So I don't know about all of that.
Wait, he's mad at Adrian Griffin? For?
I heard Stephen A. actually said that he knows that he's unhappy with certain things that's going on right now. Oh, man. He's a rookie head coach.
Well, you know what? I don't want to.
Here we go.
Listen, you don't have to look any further than the defensive makeup of the team right now. Yes, losing Drew Holiday is a big loss, but that's not enough to change the entire culture of the team, which they have. I mean, this team went from being one of the top defensive teams in the league to you can't defend the paint, you can't defend the perimeter. Teams are just scoring on you freely and are allowed to go on these crazy runs, which they never were able to do. And if I'm a guy like Giannis, who had a top-tier coach in Budenholzer, and now I'm getting Adrian Griffin, and we're not, having the same kind of defensive scheme, I'm looking at the top guy and be like, you're doing something different here. I can block as many shots as I want, but if we're giving up shots on the perimeter and we're giving up easy buckets inside, what are we going to do here? How I'm looking down the barrel and being like, our competition at the other end is the Nuggets, and in this conference is the Celtics, and we can't defend them. We can't even defend the Knicks. So what are we going to do later on?
It's weird to me because I think they're playing really well. I think they're doing good, but I think there's clear lapses that they have that been working the playoff. I don't know what's going on.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. They have clear lapses that not going to work in the playoffs. Obviously, I think the biggest defensive thing that they have is they can't stop people on a fast break.
Right.
And that's not even a fast break where the ball is stolen or something like that. It's literally like a live ball turnover and they're just slow moving up and down the court, and that's not going to work in the playoffs.
I like that Alex talking about fast breaks.
Hey,
he said it.
You see it.
You see it.
He said it.
Yeah, and I think they just have some lapses that they're going to have to fix, and I think it's a culture thing because they have a new coach that probably emphasizes different things. And I think too, it's maybe a chemistry thing. A lot of them are kind of out of place at times, but I think they're getting better. I think they're going to be there by the time, we're 25 games in. I think by the time we're 40, 50 games in, they're going to be able to see their little mistakes and fix them. But I think the Bucks are doing good. I think they're number 2 in the East right now, right behind Celtics. Yeah. They're not better than the Celtics, so I think they're right where they should be at. I think they're going to figure out by the time playoff comes.
So for some context, in terms of defensive rating, they're about middle of the pack. They're 18th with 115.3 defensive efficiency, but they're top 5 worst in the league in points given up in the paint. They're giving up 54 points in the paint. And with a player like Giannis, who's a DPOY, former DPOY player, and Brook Lopez protecting the rim, that kind of speaks to there has to be some sort of change schematically that all of a sudden now is free lunch in the paint against the Bucks. It has not been like that in the past.
Yeah. I think that goes to my point where like they get a lot of rebound, teams just push it down the court, and half the Bucks players are still back. You got open layups sometimes. And they got to fix that.
Coach Paul.
Year.
It's time for Coach Paul. You started off saying, why don't they run pick and roll? Break down for us what it is you're seeing. What is the offensive style that you think they're trying to do, and how would you do it differently?
Before he answers that, I just want to say I love the irony of Paul talking about pick and roll when he hates.
Absolutely, this man hates pick and roll.
Hates
in 2K. In 2K, yeah. Not in real life. In 2K, yeah. What are you running pick and roll for?
Tell me about it. Break it down for us, Coach.
Listen. What, 2K? You want me to break down 2K?
break down the Bucks. Break down the Bucks.
Okay. Listen. In the words of Tim Legler, go and be great is not an offensive play. Right now, Giannis and Dame are just going out there and being great. See, here's the thing though. The team was already great. First of all, defensively, they fell off a lot actually. Listen, man. That's just what it is though, because you got rid of one of the best defenders in the NBA, regardless of position. So it just is what it is, man. Hold on a second. Yeah, they got rid of one of the best defenders in the NBA. So right now, they have to find a way to overcome that by playing better help defense, better team defense. And again, why don't they run pick and roll? Giannis and Dame run the pick and roll. Dame hasn't had an elite pick and roll
since
partner
LaMarcus
ever.
Aldridge.
Since LaMarcus Aldridge. Literally since LaMarcus Aldridge. That's
LA
a fact.
fade away.
That's a fact. So it's like,
can I ask a question though?
Sure.
Do we think that because we know that that's going to be their bread and butter in the playoffs likely, is Adrian Griffin trying to develop other action? Is he trying to run offense that gets the supporting players in rhythm so that everyone's ready to go by the playoffs, so that when we do give a heavy dose of pick and roll, our throwouts and our spot ups are ready to go? Is he trying to bring players along in the regular season? We've seen coaches try to do that before.
Yeah, but when we've seen coaches try to do it before, I don't know how successful it's actually been. My thing is, I don't know how you get comfortable playing a certain play style unless you play that play style. You have to start getting accustomed to the pick and roll. And Giannis is a talented enough player that when he gets the ball out, he can kick out to a corner shot if he has nowhere to go. Now, of course, this is Giannis. He always has somewhere to go. But I hear what you're saying, get everybody acclimated, but I don't see it working out. I mean, offensively, they're fine. Offensively, they're still a pretty good team. But if we're talking about laying out a landscape for them to really succeed with the pick and roll kind of offense, which would actually be unstoppable when they finally start to develop it and utilize it, I don't see the logic in not bringing it out now. Why wouldn't you want to be guns blazing? It's not like there's a risk of injury. It's not like there's a risk of guys aren't going to know their spots or something if they start right now. So to me, if that is the plan, it's a dumb plan. Get gold right now and then keep gold.
Well, you say that he always has somewhere to go, but this is actually what I was commenting on live. I feel like Giannis isn't surrounded with the same kind of spacing he's had in the past. Outside of Malik Beasley, who, of course, has shed his Laker three-point shooting curse and is shooting 46.8% from
three.
That's a real thing, by the way. That is a real thing.
It's a real thing.
The lights. It's the lights. It's got to be the lights.
I think the gold on the jersey is like it's blinding. Oh, see, that's a topic for another day. That is a topic for another day. We can get into that.
As a hot take specialist,
when that ball comes from that man, your palms a little sweaty. You know you got to make that, or you might have to buy a new house tomorrow.
I'm saying that's a fact
because he trades people like this.
You heard?
And I'm talking about the GM. I'm talking about La GM. He does the trades himself.
No, we know. Absolutely. So Malik Beasley figured out how to shoot again.
Yeah, wait, hold on, quick. Check the IG comment. check the IG comments, man.
What they saying in the comments, bro?
Listen, for the record on IG, it might disconnect in an hour or so. So if you want to catch the full thing, if it disconnects, we'll be on YouTube. That's the IG rule, but it is what it
Yo,
is.
I'm not seeing any comments actually. Probably because I'm not logged in.
Yeah, what they saying, Paul? What they saying?
Dead Politics says, "Why Andre Tree look underdressed?"
Hey,
no, that's crazy. That's
listen,
crazy. That's crazy.
Hey,
coming down in a couple days, all right? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I was moving. Leave me alone. I had to get a quick pickup and a quick pick down.
RJ,
I'm
yo, I
crying.
don't even know what that means. RJ Levichin, did Drew not run the pick and roll with Giannis? I think he did. I don't know why
Absolutely
Dame don't
did.
do it that much.
He did.
Absolutely did.
That's what I'm
They-
saying. Like, we
see,
know
like-
it works.
They Giannis would set the screen, and then Dame will just try to get open from the screen. He's not looking to pass. He's looking to try and get a little space to shoot every time. And yes,
It's
just
true.
like
I
the
don't- I
Yankees,
don't know
just
why
like
they
the
don't go
Yankees.
back to
Lakers
it.
curse on the Yankees. Yo, hey, you Yankees fans, but I hope Juan Soto don't get.
This is not a baseball podcast.
Listen,
All right, my fault.
listen.
Go ahead.
Get that out of
Listen.
here.
Stop coming for all my teams. Listen, I watch sports
You
with a
started
lot
it,
of hope and a lot of faith because my teams scare people away from their
Mhm.
greatness, and I don't know why. I don't know why. It happened with Malik Beasley, but now he's figured it out. He's
It happened
shooting
to Russell
46
Westbrook.
point. It's facts. Malik's shooting
Wait,
46.8.
did you say it's facts? I've been trying to get you to admit that for months.
It's facts. It's clear. This
Let's
man,
go.
this man is figuring out how to Euro step again.
Let's
He's
go.
doing putback dunks. I
Let's
don't.
go.
I'm telling you, man, it's
I don't know.
LeBron, bro. I'm telling
I've
you,
been trying to get this man to
LeBron.
admit this for half a year.
No, that was definitely his own fault, though. He got in his own head about having that jersey on, and you could see it.
Crazy.
100%.
Mm.
I keep saying this number, and y'all not reacting like this is not a crazy number. 46.8% from threes.
No, that's a big number. That's a big number.
And not on two
Wait.
threes a game. He's shooting 6 threes a game, and he's
That's a
making
fact.
3
No,
of
that's
them.
That's Malik Beasley.
That's
yeah.
Malik Beasley. This man has become one of the best shooters in the league
my
all of a
God.
sudden.
overnight.
Overnight,
So,
the
so-
Milwaukee Colts. He
Adrian
stayed in the
Griffin-
gym.
Adrian Griffin's doing something right on the offense, but I don't
No, but here's the thing. He's the only one. The rest of their shooters are not performing. You got Cameron Payne at 40, but he only takes 2 a game.
Right.
Dame's down to 37. Middleton's down to 37. Bobby
What's
Portis
Giannis up to?
37. Brooke Lopez 32.
Yeah. Oh, that's bad for Brook.
That's
very
bad. Pat Connaughton 32. Giannis at 21. So
I'm not-
it's a team average of 38, but it's being carried by
That's an improvement for
Malik
y'all.
Beasley.
I
not-
will
I'm
say, go ahead, Paul.
No, I'm not mad. Like they're veterans, man. They're professional NBA players that have playoff experience and all. They're gonna get it together. I'm not. Watch
Yeah.
by like March, they're gonna start shooting like 40-something% from three. Like what?
I was just about to say the same thing. I was going to say, I
Yeah.
feel like as the season is about to go on, they're going to get better. And at the same time, they've had like a couple of injuries. I think mostly Middleton. I think he's just not getting back to the lineup consistently. I think they're going to be good with the threes. They're going to be all right.
They got that boy, what's his name?
Improve the
Beauchamp?
defense, and they'll be good. What do you say about Beauchamp?
I like the way he plays. I'm not gonna lie. I think they got some good pieces over there. They just have to learn how to mesh as a team.
Beauchamp is definitely a dog. I think as he gains confidence, his defensive effort is going to be very valuable for them. And I think that shot is going to be one that sneaks up on a lot of defenses. A lot of defenses are going to choose him to be the one to take the shot, and I think he can knock a good amount of those down.
Yeah,
I
they got
see in
good
the-
over there.
Yeah, they're definitely not bad. I just that was probably the biggest trade of the summer, I would say.
100%.
And they've had somewhat of a quiet season, I would say. No, not really loud, sort of just taking care of business. But again, they have losses to the Knicks. They have losses to the Bulls. They have, they have some bad losses.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering if we check in. The comments, my man Levy Chin is saying Dame is a distributor. I don't know
Weird.
about that.
He distributes buckets.
Right.
If you think about
Buckets.
you were saying this is the best pick and roll partner Dame has ever had. If you really a point guard distributor, that would mean this would be a year for you to average somewhere in the 8 to 10 assists. No,
I'm thinking 10 with a guy like Giannis.
Dame is at 6.8.
That's easy.
Shannon's crazy for Dame. Wait, what was he's at 6.8 right now?
He's at 6.8.
That's actually that's more than I expected. Dame takes a lot of shots.
Yeah, that's
it feels like at least when I'm watching, it feels like he takes a lot of shots. But 6.8 is actually really good for him. I didn't expect it to be that high.
I mean, that's his career average. His career average is 6.7. So there's really been no
change.
The most he ever averaged was 8, and that was in 2019-20.
Who was on that team in 2019-20?
That's what I'm saying. If you can get 8 assists with that roster, and he can't, like, what is this? Maybe it is. They're not doing enough pick and roll because how are you not averaging 8 with this team?
I don't know.
The fact that his career is 6.8 is shocking to me. When I watch Dame play, it doesn't even
look
like
it's a fact. I don't see him throw that many passes. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I always thought like I never checked it because I was just so confident that it was around the 5s, like legitimately like pushing like a 4.9 to 5.3, like never higher than that. 6.8 is kind of crazy for Dame with the high clip of shots he takes. This guy was averaging 30 for like years.
The ceiling is in hell if 6.8 is great for a point guard.
No. It's not great for a point guard. It's great for Dame specifically.
Facts.
That's like Steph. I don't expect Steph to have a high career assist number because he shoots at such a high clip.
But Steph is, I would say, probably more recognized as a distributor.
Right.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, that's because of who he's running next to, right? He has Clay, and the expectation of Clay, who averages like 21, is you're getting like 4 or 5 assists just off Clay alone. Get one to Draymond, and there you go.
Wait, you said Steph is recognized as a distributor?
More as like more of a natural passer, no? The more natural skill passer, wouldn't you say?
I agree.
With more ability, yes. But he that man, these guys are shooting guards parading as point guards, man.
Talk about it.
This is what they are. They are shooting guards parading as. Listen, Draymond's a point guard. Giannis is more of a point guard than Dame.
That's kind of crazy.
I don't know about that.
That's a
Giannis with the driving. At least he's driving and kicking more than Dame.
That's a little much. I'm not gonna hold you.
Boy, I listen, man. Giannis is driving and kicking to Brook Lopez and Malik Beasley and them way more than Dame.
Dead Politics said, nah, chill. Steph is a pure PG. We said we had Dame at a career 6.8. Steph at a career 6.4.
Pure PG. Get out of here.
Pure
PG is crazy. You know who's a pure PG? This is when I think of pure PG, the first name that comes to mind, probably because of recency bias, Rajon Rondo. That is a pure PG.
He was the last great one.
Yeah, 100%. And I
what about Chris Paul? Chris Paul?
No, not Chris Paul as much because he shoots way more. I'm talking about guys that's giving. He's literally Rajon Rondo. He's not even looking to score at any point in the game. He's not looking.
Did you just say Chris Paul's not a pure point guard?
No, he is, but he's not the first for me to come to mind.
That's nuts.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's fair. When I think of pure point guard, I do think of Rondo first, but Chris Paul's probably the second greatest pure point guard of all time.
Well, maybe I heard that because I thought Alan was saying not Chris Paul, like first to come to mind.
I mean, yeah, I think Chris Paul should be like 1 or 2 first come to mind, especially if you think about it like today.
Yeah.
Pure point guards.
But for sure the first, probably because like I stopped watching basketball at like 2005. When I got back into it in 2008, every highlight pass was Rondo. So it's like cemented in my mind. It was like that for like a decade.
Rondo was that guy.
That's a fact.
He had a triple-double every Sunday afternoon on
every Sunday afternoon.
On ABC, you could book it. 3 p.m., you could turn on your TV, and this man Rondo was going to have a triple-double in the Garden. 11 points, 17 assists, 14 rebounds.
Correct.
Ray Allen was going to have 4 threes.
Correct.
KG was going to have 17 chest beats and headbutts.
17 chest headbutts is hilarious. This man, who did he say he was? What was that one Christmas game? Was it to Melo's wife?
Oh no!
That was crazy. That was crazy.
We can't acknowledge that.
That was really wild.
That narrative is for the streets. My brother Melo has a pod now. If he'd like to address that story and clear it up,
I would like him to address it.
We would defer to that platform, but that we are not gonna dive into the gutter here.
Speaking of Rondo, he just came out and said he thinks Dwayne Wade tried to break his elbow that 1 year. I think that was a Christmas
He
Day game.
definitely did.
He
Yeah,
did.
I think so too. I
He
think so too.
definitely did.
He says no hard feelings though. They were teammates after that. He says no hard feelings, but he definitely tried to break my
He's a
elbow.
real one for that.
Rondo is one of the most classic villain to friend people characters in
100%.
NBA history. Everyone he beats with in the league, other than Chris Paul, he eventually became friends with.
Yeah, Chris Paul's still.
Well, because him and Chris Paul really shot the
It's
fair
real
one.
beef.
Yeah,
It's
that's
real
right.
beef with them. It's real
They
beef
really
with them.
swung on each other.
Like they can't see each other outside for real.
Paul, your mic is off, bro.
Your mic is off.
Oh yeah. I got a button on my mic. Yeah, but no, I said brothers got involved and whatnot.
Yeah,
That's
for real.
That's a fact.
But to the
Oh,
wait,
Russ too.
Wagner
Russ
also
too.
has beef with
Russ
yeah,
too.
Westbrook.
Yeah, I
Right.
forgot Russ too.
Right.
Yeah,
Hey,
definitely Russ.
I don't know. I don't remember that one.
Well, see, that's how you know who the real pure point guards are, because Rajon Rondo has beef.
Facts. Isaiah Thomas.
That's a.
Yeah.
He's like, there's real competition.
true.
There's real bad blood between them. He doesn't have bad blood for
Wait.
anyone that's not trying to do what he's trying to do.
Russ is a pure point guard.
100%.
Nah, you
Here
better.
we go.
Hey,
A pure point guard.
man averaged 11 assists for like 5 seasons.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
What
What does that mean?
Nah.
Come on,
Here
bro.
we go.
Perimeter
Come on,
defense on lock, looking to
What's
set
the
up.
ball
guys.
in
What does that mean? What does
Come
that
on,
mean?
man.
These
looking to
Westbrook
come
fans
down
feeling
and
emboldened.
win basketball games. He's looking to facilitate at a high clip. He's looking to get what was that boy's name? What's that boy's name? He was from
Tabo
Turkey.
Cephalosha, the
Tabo
worst
Cephalosha.
shooting guard in NBA history. The worst shooting guard in NBA history.
And he made him look so nice. He made him.
Win.
Pablo Cephalosha. Shout out
Nah,
Pablo Cephalosha.
Nah, you know who he made look nice? I can't remember this guy's name. He played on the Celtics. He was like wanted by Turkey like years ago.
Oh, and it's cancer.
Yeah,
He can make a big look good.
He made him look very nice.
No. Sorry, it's not. It's freedom, and it's freedom.
And it's
Yeah,
freedom. I'm sorry.
yeah,
and
that
it's
is
freedom.
freedom.
You made Mr. Freedom look very free. Let me say
It's
that.
LeBron's #1 op.
Oh yeah, that's a
That's
fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Oh god.
Every 6 months he comes out like, just for the record, F LeBron. Just for the record.
He be talking like LeBron owned Nike.
That ass.
Hey man, you listen, man. He makes some points. I like LeBron, but I mean,
This is a LeBron and Nike friendly podcast, so we're
that's
gonna
a
leave
fact.
that one where it is. as well.
That's a fact. But I'm just saying.
Nike, holla at us.
Let me say this. My thoughts are representative of me and me alone. It's not representative of
He
the
doesn't represent
podcast.
us. He doesn't
Alright.
represent us.
Nah,
Yo.
it doesn't represent Andre, Allen, and bro. It represents.
Just to go back to Russ real quick to tie that one off. If Dame and Steph are shooting guards masquerading as point guards, Russell Westbrook was a small forward masquerading as a point guard
That's
for
a
a
fact. That's a
decade.
fact.
Baby LeBron.
That's a fact. Maybe LeBron. That's correct. Now, all this stuff I was saying about a pure point guard, that was just fun. That was just fun. I know.
But going back to the because we got a comment on YouTube talking about Dame was on. RJ says that Dame was on a team that was trying to rebuild with a star for 3 years, and he says he's a victim of the system or lack thereof, unlike Curry. Yes, but at the same time, I think it's a coaching. I'm not holding Dame accountable for how he plays. Like I'm not saying he plays bad, because to me, it's not bad if you're a point guard, if you're a shooting guard masquerading as a point guard.
No, not at all.
I'm saying you're a shooting guard masquerading as a point guard. So therefore, I'm just saying it is what it is.
That's
And
just
I
the
think
game today.
I think that say that again.
That's just the game today.
Facts,
Most of the point
facts.
guards like that.
Facts. Shout out Jalen Brunson, man. Same way. Point guard, but he's really a shooting guard. He's score first. These guys are score first.
See, when I think shooting guard masquerading as point guard, though, I really think of like the Brunsons and the Kyries of the world, where like they not even their game isn't even thinking like a point guard. Like they attack from the wings. They don't even attack from top. They don't even attack in pick and roll. They ISO. Like Dame and Steph, like they are pick and roll players. So like there's some point guard essence to the way they play the game. You know what I mean?
I would say Steph is slightly more of a catch and shoot guy than a pick and roll player.
I think his greatness is that he's both. He's like equally both.
He is both. Right.
He's
But if
both.
I had to say one, I would say running off of a bunch of screens to catch and shoot the ball.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
I'll give you that. Yeah, that's fair. Not Dame though. Dame is all off the dribble. He's all off the bounce.
Every highlight that man has.
That's part of the offensive deficiencies of the system that they have on the Bucks, man.
You're right.
Yeah, because this isn't
you shouldn't have to do that all the time anymore. That was bad basketball.
Correct. That's what he has to get accustomed to. And not to say he has to change his game a whole lot, but he would benefit from watching a lot of Steph tape.
High key.
He
would hate to hear that, but he does need to learn how to
like he's Steph's son or something. That sounds crazy. I'd be tight if I was there and I heard that. I'd be tight. Like,
yo, we're about to have a fifth box come in. I heard y'all talking some smack about me. Hold on.
Name this song coming out soon against Fat.
Don't do that.
Name this song. Nah, no diss. Listen.
Great. What you mean? We got a rapper right here. We're going right back at him. What you mean?
Yo,
Alan. I love Alan, man. This guy he wants all the smoke, no inhalers, not running from nothing.
The fact.
But yeah, man. I think it's really as simple as them just running more pick and roll in my
I agree. It's a simple fix, but that only fixes the offense. Their defense needs a lot of work. And I don't know where it starts because, as Ro pointed out, they still have two like really legitimate, solid paint defenders. I'm not sure. Maybe I have to watch a little bit more Bucks tape to figure it out. Maybe they're pushing them out more to get Giannis guarding more between the perimeter and like 15 feet within the back. I don't know what it is, but they're giving up too many baskets.
Yeah, defense is the biggest issue. Yeah.
It's a big issue. But my thing is, and this is what I was kind of this is where I was kind of going with it when I was talking about like their paint defense is so bad, but it also attributes to the perimeter because if your paint defense is that bad, I'm at least hoping you're playing 5 out defensively that guys have no choice but to swarm the paint, right? That's not what's happening. Teams are still getting off on both sides. So where is the breakdown coming from a cultural perspective for this team?
You think it's breaking down completely?
Not completely, but last year I would say they're probably in the top 5 defensively. Now they're number 18.
Yeah, because you got rid of Jrue Holiday. I thought the Bucks were
13 spots.
Yes.
I mean,
let me say that. Coach Paul back. Hold on. Let me.
Coach Paul, tell me something. I know Jrue Holiday is box office when it comes to defense. I know that for a fact. I know he's one of the best defenders. But 13 spots to change the whole culture of a team. It's not like Giannis is some whatever. He's also defensive juggernaut. So I don't understand how that changes everything.
They also started playing a whole new defensive scheme this year. Like the players had a meeting with the coach and be like, "Whoa, like we used to play Brook Lopez and like drop coverage. We gotta get back to that." And they just started going back to that. So it's a whole like shift in the philosophy and like scheme and schematics.
That's what I'm talking about. Listen, Coach Bud was big on defense. You could tell from the way because before he came, also people don't remember this. They were bad for years. And then Bud came in and they instantly, literally was overnight, became one of the best defensive teams in the league.
Hold on, let me say this though, right? Forget Coach Bud. This is Coach Paul, man. Listen. Listen, man. When you're at the point of attack, right? If you don't have somebody there to at least slow them down, the whole defense is messed up. So the point of attack would be the person that's carrying the ball up the court, basically the point guard, and initiating the offense, right? If you don't have somebody there to bother the point guard, your defense is going to significantly drop. Even if you have a great help defender like a Giannis or Brook Lopez, it doesn't matter because that defender is going to have to leave somebody open to go and play help.
Right. Now
with Jrue, listen. A lot of these point guards out here are bad defenders. That's
correct.
Really
correct.
Like
attack for so many teams, you can attack through the point guard.
Yeah. Like Dame is not a great defender, man.
He's not a good defender. Forget great. He's not a good defender.
I can't lie, man. It's not saying he's not an all-time great, but defensively,
he'll get exposed Particularly, you know what's going to be.
And
sweet?
I think that's part of what's happening right now, because when you
Rental is
team up with
okay.
great players, you have to play defense unless you're the guy on that team. You see what I'm saying? Like Chris Bosh, right? Chris Bosh, right? He became more of a defender when he went to the Heat, right? And it's not nobody was talking about Chris Bosh's defense on the Raptors.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But on the Heat now, because he's playing help, you're not scoring enough to offset your defensive deficiency. So right now, what we see is Dame is second to Giannis on that team, right? Dame has to be a better defender now, because offensively, yes, he's still scoring the same amount of points, but it's like you're not the catalyst for the offense.
Right.
Giannis is. You know what I'm saying? So now you have to play better defense, and he's not that. He's just kind of small, man. It's not like he's slow, and he's just kind of small.
No, he is small. He's 6'2". He's not. Have you guys seen him in real life? Because I went to a Bucks Nets game.
Oh, you got
Let me tell you something. He looks small. He looks like Jalen Brunson small.
It said, wait, hold on. Somebody said that Steph Curry averages 6.4 assists. Is this true?
Yeah, that is true.
Farrell said that. Farrell said that.
But let me, unless we've exhausted this topic, welcome back, my brother.
Thank you.
You came back in time just to hear me say, since we're talking about the worst defense in the league, I can't help but think of the worst team, possibly in league history,